Here's a little trick. You go to, you already know about this probably because of some of the stuff we've already taught you, but you want to go to /wp-admin, okay? So you go to whatever your site is, right, prefabbackyardcontainer.wordpress.com/wp-admin. All right, I'm already logged in, so it's going to take me in there. Now what I want to do is, I think it's under Tools, right? It's under Tools, or forget. So we're going to do the Webmaster Tools here.
Yeah, so go to Tools,
yep, tools.
And then Available Tools.
Available Tools.
And then scroll down to Google Webmaster
Yep, there we go.
Tools.
So you see this Google Webmaster Tools. Well, I need to bring up, let's see. Here we go.
Let me make you feel better too, guys. I mean, if this is over your head, realize that we've got this down to a science, but we still forget where stuff is sometimes. We have to click like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, so what you'll do, now you need a Gmail account, number 1, and I recommend you create a new Gmail account for all these properties anyway, just one for all of them, because you're going to have a ton of properties in the one WordPress.com account. And that way the Gmail account will act as the login for the Webmaster Tools. And you just go to Google, type in Webmaster Tools. It's unbelievably easy to do. Literally all you do is log into Webmaster Tools with your Gmail account, click the big red button, Add Property, put in the URL.
And on WordPress, you'll notice it's HTTPS.
And you have to include that HTTPS at the beginning of the thing.
Yep.
Or else you're going to get some crawl errors. So now you're going to hit alternate method at the top.
Right there. So it says recommended method and an alternate method. There's 2 tabs. So you can click alternate method.
And you're going to grab the HTML tag, grab that little, it's the meta name, okay? Copy, and go back to this little hack that we found, the WP-admin.
Well, I already got us out of there, didn't I?
Right. I think it's on one of those guys.
There we go.
It is.
Yeah, I just have so many tabs open.
Yeah, so drop it in there, paste, and you're going to hit save. Guys, that's it. And this right here, which we didn't really reveal, so many people are afraid of like Google, oh, if they see what I'm doing, they're not going to, no, this is what they want. You're making it easy on them, right? Look at that.
There's one more step, though.
Yeah.
There's one more really cool step, though, that a lot of people don't know about.
All right, so
if you're doing some black hat stuff or gray hat stuff, or using a questionable thing, then obviously don't do that.
So here we go. Here's what we're going to do. So look at this, fetch as Google.
Yeah, so you click on this little button that says crawl, okay? And then you go here to fetch as Google. So this is how we get really fast indexing.
All right, you're going to want to do this for your home page just at the beginning, right? So you don't put anything after the slash. You want it to be desktop, and you want to just hit fetch. Don't worry about the fetch and render. Now, it's complete. Now we're going to do it again for mobile. You'll love this, and we'll get to the submit to index. So smartphone 2, hit fetch, and now you're going to go submit to index. And then you're going to want to crawl this URL and its direct links. Oh, actually, we used all of ours up this month. You guys won't have that problem, but so crawl only this URL. Do it again.
Boom.
And that's it.
And then we can add all the other pages too if we want to, right?
Yep, you can put them all in, and if we want to do that, that's literally, it takes just a few minutes to do. So you just, all you do is copy the extension after WordPress.com. That's it.
Yep, simple as that. So if I want to add like this page right here, okay? So I got my pool house page, okay? I just grab this part right here, the backyard dash container dash pool house, okay? Drop it in there.
We'll just do desktop.
Yeah, click fetch, okay? Submit to index. Done, okay? And I can do that for every single page that I got in there. I mean,
yeah.
Do you need me to do that real quick?
Yeah. Go ahead and do it. Show you guys how.
Okay.
I mean, we built the whole.
We're gonna go to prefab backyard container homes, which is our main one. We've already done that.
Yep.
Shipping container DIY plans. Okay, so let's grab that. We're gonna copy that sucker. We're gonna go back over here, add it here. We're gonna fetch. And then submit to index.
Guys, what you're doing is you are controlling the Googlebot. it's hitting our site right now. And it's submit to index. And what did we do during all that keyword research that took all that time? We checked what they indexed, right?
Yep.
So it's a machine, right? We're giving it what it wants.
Did we already do pool house? Yes.
Pool house, DIY, and guest house. So we need shipping container, DIY plans.
Did we do that already? We got DIY plans, pool house, and guest
okay.
house. Okay, so office.
Office, that's the
last one.
Yep.
Copy, and then look at we'll do it again. Just gotta paste it right there. Click the fetch button, and then after the fetch button, you'll see submit to index, crawl, go, and boom. All right, I think it's the moment of truth now, right?
Yeah.
You guys ready to test a few of these keywords? I'm gonna do a fresh, brand new window because I'm tired of all this clutter. So let me go through the checklist here because we actually went through some of these steps. So we did all this stuff, guys. Everything here is done except we have not checked the rankings yet. So let's do that. All right, what keyword do you want to start with?
Let's do the home page main.
Okay, we're gonna do affordable. What is it? No, prefab backyard container homes. Let's see, everybody. How did we do? How did we do? Oh my goodness. Oh, that's ours. That's ours. That's ours. Look at that. Look what we did, everybody.
So top 3 spots, the images, and by the way, look at when it says we ranked on the videos an hour ago, which is when we uploaded those things, and then we have the first spot.
Boom. Look at that, guys. So let's do another one. Let's see about affordable container guest house. Let's see how we're doing. We promised you guys we're gonna go for it. We went for it. So you saw everything, as boring as it may have been. You saw everything start to finish. So I think we got the video. Are we ranking on the site? Oh, nope, that's not our site. That's a site we clicked earlier.
So, all right, so here's what I want you guys to do when this happens, right? So scroll up to the top and you can do keyword variations, right? So look at all the variations we have of the guest house. So what you're going to want to do is go in and find those different ones. So tips, you put that in, right?
Still got the video.
The video's up there.
There we go.
There we go. First page. What is that? Like 7th?
Yeah.
Or 8th.
8th. So
right.
Look, we could change it to homes, houses, villas. Because I'm just looking at the words that are indexed in Google.
Container home tips, and then tiny house too.
Yep. Affordable. So we could do tiny. Let's see, tiny. Let's do tiny container guest house. Man, that thing ranks for everything right there. So we got a video. Look at this, guys. So that's one of the powerful things about the video is not only does it allow us to take multiple positions, but it also gives us the ability to like grab those positions where our site isn't ranking, right? So what was the other one? Affordable. Let's go. Give me some ideas, guys.
Yeah, we got prefab, affordable prefab container.
Prefab. Let's add prefab in there. Container guest house. Let's take tips out of there.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 1 on the video. Awesome. Okay. So still not showing up on the site there. Okay, that's okay. Let's see. Let's see. Guest home. We're killing it on that video. We're crushing it there. It's awesome. Let's do backyard container guest home. I don't know if we really put all that info in there.
So
backyard.
So one thing that's coming up here that I'm seeing right away is it looks like we're going to be able to dominate for keywords with backyard in it, number 1.
Boom. Boom.
So
2 spots.
And guys, what you're seeing there is the power of the domain authority. Okay.
Look at this, guys. All right. 1, 2, 3, right there, covering it. Let's see. Yeah, we didn't really go for the word plans on that one though, so we're probably not gonna get that.
Well, we are, but the thing is, look at guest house is probably a big word there, right? So we might be able to swap out plans, or not plans, but swap out guest house and find words there. I mean, one of the things that we've done, and you guys are just, I mean, it's just something that's part of the game. You'll start to
Okay,
just,
boom.
yeah, look,
Backyard container office.
yeah, that's huge.
Let's see, backyard,
Could do, let's see, affordable
yep,
or
let's do
prefab.
prefab. Let's try prefab first. Prefab backyard container office. Number 1, number 2, number 3.
Yeah. So, I mean, I can already tell this site is going to be on the first page of Google for well over 100 keywords, but we don't want to keep you here for the next like 2 hours while we look. But you can see this is the result of these techniques that obviously we really went out on the line and showed you guys that this can be done. And we did the longest of the long version.
Yep. Okay, so affordable backyard pool house. No, I don't know if we really used that keyword there, but prefab, I think we did, didn't we? What was our keyword for pool house?
Pool house?
Backyard container. No, backyard container pool house. Okay, let's pull that up. Let's pull that up. That's an actual keyword we used that I know for sure is part of our deal. Backyard
There it is.
pool
So
house.
third.
Boom, third. Look at that. So I mean, we're all over the place here. I mean, we're doing really well with this stuff. So yeah, prefab. So if we do, let's do backyard container, guest. I don't know if I did guest cabana or pool cabana.
I think it was.
Well,
Oh,
we got it anyway.
yeah, it was pool cabana, but okay, so this is an awesome example, guys. Google does this. They're going to swap out all the different words, okay? So let's look at another of these. So we have prefab backyard office cost. And we're going to do a little experiment here. Okay, so there's the content. All right, so we don't have anything there, but we're
I
not.
don't think we put that word in there.
Right, but we're not going to get. Did we do anything with cost?
I think a couple places, but I didn't focus heavily on it.
All right.
That would be one of those things. If I came back, I would add some more like content about.
Right. So what you're going to do in these situations is you're going to experiment around the keywords that you chose. So I know we had a lot of DIY. So you can put in backyard house cost, and then put in DIY at the front of that.
Okay.
All right, so you see how the results are kind of similar on this keyword. This is where we're not out of the running, but we just call these kind of dead ends, and then we find a new trail.
Yeah, because we might find we're like number 25 or something on that. But another thing you do is you can kind of look back here and say, okay, what else? You know, you look back at the content you have here, and that gives you ideas like, okay, if I add that content, I'll probably rank for that.
Right. They're backyard shipping container office studio tips, long tail, but.
Well, yeah, but we can work our way backwards from it.
Right. We're on the page for that.
Oh yeah.
You know, so you can see the H1s are important, right? So we can get rid of tips and see where we land there. Okay, should still be somewhere around there. Okay, so it likes our tips.
It likes the full H1. It likes
right?
the full H1.
So or we can get rid of studio and then put in tips after.
Yeah, office.
Watch this. There we are, third.
And first.
And first. So what I want you guys to understand is that part of the entrepreneur's mindset is, what if? What if I try this? What if I try that? I'm going to try this. I'm going to take this out and do that. You never quit, and I guarantee you follow this process, and the only way I'd have to say these results are not typical is if you don't do the steps, right? But anybody can do this. And
Yeah, I mean, was it that hard? I mean, I know it was boring, watching me do it, but did it look that hard as we explained it and made it, told you what we were doing? I mean, can you see yourself doing that? And did you, I mean, I mean, we did not cheat here. This all happened. Like you saw it happen right in front of you, that this just happened. So if you have not yet done any of this, this is your chance to do it. But look, backyard office, container office tips. Look at this. 1, 2, and 3. If we just take away tips, let's see how we did. Let's see. Oh, look, number 1 or number 2, I mean, right there with the video. So, I mean, okay, cool. So backyard container office. Let's see. If I did, what if I did prefab? Did we try that already? Prefab container office?
I'm not sure. We did put in prefab, but I
Yeah,
mean,
maybe it was prefab. Maybe it was backyard. Let's try backyard. So we can even switch the words around because I think we originally were saying prefab backyard container office. We can also try backyard prefab container office. There we go.
we could do container office or prefab container office for backyard. Try
Yep,
that.
Yep. For backyard.
This is a risk in this searching this, but there you
Number
go.
1, number 2.
I'm telling you guys, like this has been trial and error for us, but I'm telling you, just use these techniques to leverage whatever you're doing. And I don't want to get us off track here, but I think it would be good for us to show you that this is not like a pre-planned like gimmick thing that you saw the whole thing, right? But do you want to show them the thing I did in the first hour real quick?
Yeah, so who here wants to see what Jake did like in the 45, 50 minutes we did, like when we were talking about keywords. Like we were spending all that time talking about keywords. Jake just did the same thing, but like he just was rocking and rolling without having any distractions. You want to see what he did while we were just hanging around talking? Yes? Yes, people saying, go Jake, I want to see it. All right.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right. Look up Dallas population real quick, though.
Okay. How big is Dallas, people? Just Dallas proper. If you do DFW, what happens if we do DFW?
6.5 million.
Yeah.
And any of you know about this area? Like it's kind of like the Twin Cities. People go from Fort Worth to Dallas all the time. So, all right. So type in DUI.
U or DW?
DUI experts Dallas. Notice the number 3rd spot. See my DWI. See, I made an error. DWI and DWI experts in Dallas, Texas. Okay, that's my little error. But I did this while we were talking about keywords. Now, when you look at the page, you'll look at what I did. So I have the H1, the image. Okay, and then I did an H2 or H1, whatever you want to do. And I thought, okay, if I had a DUI, DWI, which I've never had one, but I'm a pretty empathetic guy, what would I want to do? Well, how do I hire a DWI defense lawyer in Dallas? And I just put in three tips. Ask your friends, family, make a list of the defense attorneys, and know the steps, right? You need a DWI defense expert. Picture. Now, all this is curated content. I did a little introduction. I sourced what a criminal defense lawyer is from Wikipedia, right? And then I did a little blurb about, hey, the reputation of the lawyer is going to be important, right? Then I went into costs, pulled from another source, right? DWI defense in Dallas. And then I pulled from another source. These were like defenses related to the arrest. All I did was pull the titles of all their subchapters rather than taking any of the subchapters, just the main points. And then 25 Dallas, I added that, Dallas to it, but DWI defense expert tips and linked right to the tips, right? Now, if you go to the top of the page, you'll see the menu. And then what I did here is the expert list. I just put lawyers on my list here. Now, what I could do is I could call up these law firms and say, hey, it's $50 for you to be on my page. I'm on the first page for these 25 keywords, you know. And this took me all but an hour. And I think if you go back to search, we're on, I think it's DWI too. DWI,
So tell me, DWI experts.
DWI experts, Dallas.
How cool is this, guys? I mean, you guys now, yeah, holy shit, Batman, says Doug.
Yeah, do DUI. Actually, we're probably lower on the page
Nope,
here.
nope,
Yeah,
no, you're
we're
right there.
middle. Look at all the ads, guys.
So
Come on.
these people are paying some money. What do you think people pay for these ads? This is a local one. Very cool. My brain is spinning. So yeah, did you use the same? Did you use the same dyad theme?
No, the theme that I used, you can see at the bottom of the site. So click on the. It's at the bottom there. It's EDA. EDA.
EDDA theme.
Yeah. So the reason why I picked this one is because this is a single page site, kind of like a long form sales letter, right? I'm gaining the trust of the person that's here. Their life just kind of got screwed, right? I'm thinking, what would I want? What would keep me on this page, right? So listing directory, $50 a month.
Oh, somebody's asking, have you tried to sell a listing in a directory on a site like that? Yeah, we've sold lots of stuff like this. People will pay. I mean, $50 a month is nothing. And you probably can just ask for it up front for a year.
Yeah,
you know?
that's what I do, and just say you're not gonna have to pay me any SEO fees, any of that stuff. My job is to,
So right here, and you just say, hey, it's exclusive only to 25 attorneys. So pay me $600 for the year. And that's it. And you're only going to let, or even 10.
Yeah.
Man, 10, that's, well, guess what? You're going to collect, $6,000 right there. But hey, I like the 25 better.
Yeah, and the pitch is, hey, if you want SEO done to your site, you know what it costs, Mr. Lawyer. It's $1,000 a month. Yeah, Dave, what do you charge a month for like an SEO full-on campaign for lawyers? He just said that those are his expertise. Yeah, I mean you can put a track phone number on it on it if you want. Dave asked if you can put it. You can do whatever you want with these guys. We basically showed you we opened up everything. We're not holding anything back.
Yep, we showed you like a global and a local here. We showed you a global. I mean, with this thing right here, we showed you this this whole backyard, prefab, which is a hot industry, lots of money there. And then to show you that this works just as well for local. Hell, it's even easier for local. Like it really, I mean, in a lot of ways. I mean, but this is like a hard keyword. Anybody here try to do stuff for attorneys? Like it's not simple. Yeah. So okay, Dave's saying in Yellow Pages is about $25,000 annually is what they're spending.
Yeah, so you walk into them and just say, basically, you're only paying $600 a year because you're sharing costs with 10 other lawyers.
Yeah, or
make it $1,000
a year.
Yeah.
I mean, do what you're comfortable with, but it's easy. It's easy because you can doctor it up, make it a little cooler. You can put a couple videos there too. Using this. See, Jake didn't even do the videos with this. Just so you know. The videos is just extra, that's one of the reasons we went longer on this. We want to show you that that's part of the magic mirror formula. This whole thing, as it evolves, what we mean when we're talking about magic mirrors is that we're able to take multiple opportunities and even multiple positions for the same keyword searches. Do you guys understand the power behind that? Like making it to where you are able to generate, traffic at a much higher level when you have more positions all over Google. Yeah? Cool.
Do DUI defense experts in Dallas.
DUI defense experts. Dallas. There you are. Boom. Right there. Let's see. That's the 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. That's number 4. Number 4 spot. That's amazing. I mean, this is why what we're sharing with you guys is something that's above anything else. I mean, we didn't use some massive like backlink spam thing, some loophole. this is evergreen stuff. I mean, let's look. I mean, you guys. I mean, I don't know. Some of you were probably here when we did this, but I mean, let's just show you though. I mean, what was it? The hoverboards. You got
Yeah.
any of you here see our hoverboards? What we did with those? Okay, you know, for those of you who didn't, yeah, or yeah, it's also not a PVN, Kimberly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
One guy, I want to point on this real quick before you dive into that. One guy said, "That's my site in another city. I just checked those keywords and I'm on top of first page. Didn't know it until now." This is a perfect example of stop relying on Google Keyword Tool, all these other tools to do the work for you. Just get in there and start looking, and you'll be shocked at what you find when you follow these methods.
Yep. Affordable hoverboard. So guys, those of you who never saw this, this is like one of the hottest items for Christmas right now. Okay, you know, hoverboard scooters, and we in 83 minutes went and just dominated Google for it with an Amazon affiliate link. So affordable hoverboard scooter tip. This is like one of our best keywords because we just take up so much real estate on it. And it's all just leading to the same kind of thing. Look, I mean, does that look familiar? You know, and this is all curated stuff. And the big call to action: buy a hoverboard scooter on Amazon. Well, what happens when I do that? Okay, it takes an Amazon affiliate link. Guess what happens when somebody clicks on an Amazon affiliate link? Is they're cookied in for anything they buy. What is it? The next like week or something? Next few days?
Was it a month?
I
it's a month.
I think it's 30 days.
30 days. Okay, so for the next 30 days, and guess what? It's Christmas time. So I don't care if they actually, the people that come through here, we're already getting traffic. We were looking at that earlier. But I don't care if they buy one of these things or not, because they're going to come back later in the day and buy their wife some jewelry, you know, or whatever.
And we'll make a commission
We're going to make a commission off that. So that's an affiliate thing straight up, and that's just hoverboard scooters. I think, I don't know how, we were doing a big Google dance on this one, but it was like best hoverboard scooters on Amazon. And we were ranking like a couple of spots on that, but yeah, we were doing a Google dance. It was, or maybe it was scooter without the S. Let's see if we find a couple of those, because it was really cool when we had that. We got some of this. No, hold on. Or was it affordable? Might have been affordable hoverboard scooter on Amazon. On Amazon. Let's see. Yeah, we're dancing around. We're on page 2. We got a couple stuff, but we've been jumping from like here to being like in the middle of page 1. It's pretty crazy, and that's pretty serious like keyword though. But we're doing like, I think we found like 100 keywords like when we did around like tips and brands like hoverboard scooter.
It's like the first 7 spots.
Yeah, brands or yeah, like brands or like even the word cheap. We put like cheap hoverboard, yeah, cheap hoverboard scooter. We got videos in the pages. So anyway, I mean, what you're seeing here is like, you know, with Backyard Container House, we got all these things. We have the DUI attorney. I mean, what else do you want to show the DUI attorney? Any other?
I think we have Dallas DWI expert. I think
Dallas DWI expert. That's pretty cool.
And it's safe to put your.
Does anybody here think that attorneys are vain?
Yeah.
Anybody? Would anybody call attorneys like vain? Yeah, you would? Okay. Who do you think wants to be known as the Dallas DWI expert? You know? And you have to say it like that. You can't just say Dallas DWI expert. You got to say Dallas DWI expert. You have to say it like that. I mean, come on. Think they'll pay for their vanity? Absolutely.
Hey, Doug, DUI is in only certain states. In Dallas, they call it DWI. Yeah, it's different.
Yeah, they're interchangeable, but some states specifically like use DWI. Like Texas is DWI mostly, but they do use DUI as well. But like California, nobody says DWI. Everybody says DUI.
Right, but that's why I did both, because Texas has like a ridiculous growth in population from California, actually.
Let's see about DUI. See, it's trying to force us to DWI.
I guarantee we're on the first page for that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Third,
number 3.
Yeah.
Number 3. Look at all these ads. Look at all these people paying for this. Suckers.
Now, if anybody takes this page and just copies it, you're going to screw both of our rankings. So,
Yeah, don't
like,
do that.
yeah, here's the truth, guys. This is the straight up truth. I don't care about that page. I did it, and we did this for you guys. We are seriously invested in your success and growing and whatever it is that you want to do. And this hopefully will lend a big hand in getting you the results that you've worked hard for. So any questions?
Yeah, let's take some questions now, because I mean we just showed. I mean we just spent like what almost over 3 hours, I guess, going through a lot of stuff. I mean, really, honestly, all the stuff we went over is doable in under 2 hours. It is. I mean, we do it normally in under 2 hours, but we wanted to spend all the time to talk about it, to show you the rankings, to make sure you understood it. So let's go through, like, spend the last like 15, 20 minutes here and make sure that we answer any questions you have. Because if you're here live, I mean, oh man, you guys stuck it out. I mean, I think only 2 or 3 of you dropped out. So cool. You guys really stuck this out. So Dan, what questions do you see coming in?
Yeah, there's one a little bit ago I think we should answer. They were asking, well, how would we monetize the tiny home niche?
2 ways that we already identified in the beginning. If you were here for the beginning, is that number one, we found. So that's why we put these URLs here. We would definitely like spread those even more. But look, number one, we found like ClickBank products. Okay, we found ClickBank products for plans. Well, they were paying like $40 commissions every time. That's one way. Number two that we're already doing is we found in Alibaba, we found manufacturers of these, and some of these are really cool if you look at them. I mean, the manufacturers of these things, and we could. That's one reason we set up the URL redirect. We actually set up a redirect URL so that gives us the ability to contact multiple suppliers and set up a commission structure or some sort of way to send them the orders, and we just get paid on those. Number three, look guys, I've just created an entire template. Do you think it would be very hard for me to just to literally clone this over? Okay, take all this content. If you go through the training, you'll see how you can clone these things and take all this content, rework it. You don't want to leave it all 100% the same, or you'll get hit with the duplicate content penalty. And focus it in on a city, okay, where I'm just literally using a very clever way of getting local subcontractors and construction companies deals. It's where I would just change it up to be focused on getting a backyard container office built, or assembly for backyard container office, or hire a builder for shipping container conversion, things like that. I could just do those keywords instead, which would be even easier to rank and own more of them because it's localized. It's even easier, and then go to a local contractor and rent that out, where I'll say, hey, you pay me $500 a month, and I send all that to you. Like I will direct all this to you. I'll make all the calls to action to go to you, to lead to any landing page you want, to get your quote now. Call us today. I can do all that really easily. That's how. There's multiple ways to monetize that. Okay.
We got a few more in here, unless somebody has more questions.
Any other questions? Jake's actually finding some more DWI stuff on that attorney.
Yeah, somebody asked, is it safe to put your affiliate links on a page right away, or are you waiting for it to rank first?
Oh, it's okay to put it right away. We just created that redirect because we just want to get this done, and then we can go back and spend some time researching which exact affiliate link we want to use, or which one, and then it also gives us the freedom to go back and change it anytime we want, just by changing it right there at the redirect level. So it will not affect your rankings. I've never seen that. Have you?
No. I mean, Google doesn't like to drive affiliate traffic through AdWords, but they can't control the indexing of like the site and what links you put on the site. I mean, obviously, affiliate traffic works. I mean, we do it all the time, organic. So.
Yeah. Now,
So, like, I mean, just to show you that hoverboard scooter brands, I mean, the example here is, we've got right here, the find a hoverboard on Amazon. We just dropped that affiliate link in multiple places. I mean, if I go to different pages here, if I click on like cheap hoverboard brands, you'll see like, okay, find the best hoverboard scooters on Amazon. That's an affiliate link, right? Best affordable. These are all the pages, but then you'll see like, okay, let me go to one of these other pages here. I have best hoverboard scooter on Amazon. We actually made a page to that. See the top hoverboard deals now. These are all affiliate links, and they're ranking, right?
yep. We had somebody also ask with Amazon, how much will you make on percentage wise from the hoverboards or whatever? But it's a sliding scale. It's not really just a set number. It's not like, oh, you get 20% or 10%. It actually changes depending on how much you sell on the item, and there is a cap on the cost as well. So honestly, the answer we have is we never look. We just collect the money.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, we know some of these types of sites we put up like this. Look, guys, let's not like overvaluate it. Some of these sites, like, we're gonna make $150 a month, or like maybe even $100 a month only, and that's it. Okay? But when you see that, like, when you understand that, like, I put this up in an hour and a half, and guess what? It's been giving me $100 a month for, many, many months, and I never did anything else after that first, like, hour and a half I spent doing it. And I have multiple sites like that. It adds up. I mean, and like, I know a lot of you guys aren't even into affiliate stuff, but man, it's kind of fun just to do, just to show you can do it. And then, hey, might as well make a little cash doing it, and it just becomes this kind of mailbox money. We
Yep.
get, and we a lot of times, Dan, we just take the Amazon money and use it to buy stuff on Amazon. We just kind of like have a free reign on Amazon.
Yeah, that's always the easy one.
Yeah, we're on the first page for every single one of these variations. DWI or DWI, right? Expert attorney or expert lawyer. And yeah, that's lawyer DWI. See that guy. So a ton of ads. There we are.
Yep.
10.9 eighth. I mean, I'll take first page rankings like that, and if I will, somebody who makes money off of, lawyers make a killing off these things here in Texas.
So
Yep.
somebody asked that, and that brings it up to that question: is how much would you charge a lawyer for this site?
I would probably, I like Ben's idea, like $1,000 a year per
On
name on it.
on a list, yeah, where we're listing multiple
Yeah.
lawyers. And then we could put a bio. We could say, hey, we're going to create a bio page for you, or like where they provide the content. Okay?
Right.
But we're going to put you on a special bio page, and you can put whatever content you want on that page. We'll put it on there with your call to action, whatever. We'll put that in there. You're on the expert list, blah blah blah. And then that gives them, kind of a really cool little directory listing. But it also is like, hey, $1,000 a year, and guess what? You just collected money from them. Now you can say, you want me just to do this for you, or you can offer reputation management. Obviously, you cannot, with a directory listing, the cool thing is you can offer that to multiple people. Now, if you're going to be just doing exclusive SEO services for them, you can only work with one, right? So you need to be mindful that if you're only working with one, you want to charge minimum, like for especially these kinds of people, a couple $1,000 a month.
Yeah, and let's break down the numbers. I'm a numbers guy, right? So let's say that you're going to go sell 5 spots for $1,000 a piece, okay? And it took me less than an hour to do that. And now what I did, so we got DWI expert lawyers in Dallas, right? So I don't know what that is, like 6th, 7th. So my keyword that I was going after, really it was just one. DWI experts, Dallas. This is all I really wanted, and I knew I would show up for a ton of variations. This is probably on the first page for 20 plus keywords. But let's think about this. So that took, let's say, 45 minutes to an hour. Let's just say an hour, and I'm selling 5 spots. So let's say it takes 2 hours to sell each spot. Call the people up. No. Call somebody up. Yeah. So now I'm in what is that, 10 hours simple math plus, so I'm 11 hours in to make $5,000, right? What is that, 5,000 divided by 11, so just under $500.
Yeah, 400 something dollars,
Right,
$430.
$430 an hour. You know, that's how I have to look at these things, to not limit myself and say, oh, it's going to take so. Well, yeah, I mean, if it took you 10 hours to do anything, that seems like a forever. But when you break it down into almost $500 an hour, you know, you'd have a line around Dallas
Yeah,
for that job.
yeah, all day. So, and that's the other thing is like, and this took like an hour. So, I mean, essentially, like, it's just a no-brainer deal. Like, I mean, and think about the ability to use this. I mean, because here's the other thing. I know a lot of you guys are doing stuff at the local level, and that's great. And then hopefully, what we showed you today, because I was shocked that some of you wanted to do the container house, the tiny house thing that we did, and I'm glad we did because that was fun. It was interesting to go through that and see, hey, we're not just going after some local thing, we're going after a big thing, but look what this does. All right, what you saw happen in front of you, real time in this workshop. What you saw and what Jake did real time, like while we were just talking about keywords with the DWI attorneys, is something that you can now do anytime you want. And when you can do that, imagine going into a lawyer, going into a doctor, going into a high-value local client with live ammunition. It's a lot easier. I mean, how much easier is it when you go in saying, look, I got it's not, hey, I'm promising you the possibility of maybe, potentially, someday, at some point, somehow, some way, in some time in the future, something to happen in exchange for your money, versus I got something right now. You want it? That's it. What's easier?
What other questions do you guys have?
What kind of population do we look for? Honestly, some of these technical questions like that, we don't really worry too much about because let's say it's a population of 50, right? All you need is one.
Yeah, I mean, here's an answer to that question. Dallas is over 1 million with this specific keyword. So, I mean, I know for a fact because we literally live in the property renting space. There are over 300 cities in the United States with a population of over 100,000. There's I think just under 200 cities that are between 100 and 200,000 population. So you could literally just live in the space of 100 to 200,000 and do this all day long.
Yeah, and this is just one niche. I mean, you got all kinds of different terms. You've got what? You've got IP attorneys. You got corporate attorneys.
Divorce attorneys.
Bankruptcy attorneys. I mean,
business contract attorneys.
Yeah, we're just still inside the overall umbrella niche of attorneys. So then you've got all these medical niches that you could go. Then you've got home repair niches. You got home construction niches. I mean, hell, that example we did live today in front of you with the shipping container converted homes and buildings. That's in the construction niche. I mean, that's huge. That's huge.
I'm going to try something here. I've never really done this before. So driving while intoxicated. Obviously, I did not put this keyword anywhere on my site, so it shouldn't show up, which it doesn't. But anyways, this kind of stuff, guys, is anybody can do it.
Yep.
Yeah, another question.
I want to hear real quick, who here is like even more excited now and is going to go and like start building some of these things? I know some of you were like waiting to see the live thing, and that's cool, but now do you see how easy this is? Like, without us scripting this and without us, like having all this stuff prepared ahead of time, you see how simple this is? And Dan, you're my eyes on that chat box, by the way, right now.
Cool. Yeah, lots of, I'm pumped, right on, yes, I'm going for it. I see the light. Awesome content. Can't wait to go through and do some more.
Nice. Awesome.
Dan, you paying attention? No, I'm not. Who was that? Chris that that made that he flagged it as important. Am I paying attention? Nice. Yeah. Hey, one thing I wanted to point out too. We got a question on this, asking how much do we charge? Because you kind of said $1,000 a year, and they were confused: $1,000 a month or $1,000 a year. And honestly, there really is no right or wrong answer. Whatever you can collect. I remember when I first went after realtors, real estate industry, and mortgage. And I had somebody come to me like, oh man, this is gonna be so great. We'll charge $1,000 or $900 for this and this and this. And I was like, man, I don't know, man, that might be kind of high. Well, we went ahead and did an event and started at 900. And yeah, man, everybody just kind of looked at us with glossed over eyes, and it was a tough sell, man. We only got like a handful of people at the $900, and then as soon as we lowered the prices down to, I think it was like $300. That's when it started, like we got like 10 times the amount of people. So sometimes in different niches and different services that you're offering, you're going to kind of have to adjust here and there in order to find the right number. But the most important thing is, if you can't, like for instance, I've gotten like, I remember when I was doing real estate, I remember I created a site and I forgot what city it was in, but I did not have a customer in that city and I really wanted one. So I ended up just contacting a couple different realtors and said, hey, so instead of $300, I was like, hey, I'll, take this for $100. Why? Because that's an extra $1,200 a year that I would have never made if I didn't sell it. So just get paid.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, Doug, it definitely is. Obviously, the more you charge, the better. And yes, you do look like an authority, but sometimes you just want to fill, your client roster. And once you do, then you're so busy that you're like, okay, now I don't have time to take on anybody new. So when somebody reaches out to us for consulting, me and Ben try and talk them out of it. We're just like, sorry, we can't do it. We're too busy. And they're like, just name your price, name your price. And then you can pretty much name whatever you want. And usually, sometimes we've said like, oh yeah, it's 20 grand. And we're assuming that was enough for them to be, oh, that's just too much, and then walk away. But then they're like, yeah, I'll pay that. We're like, oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. And then you get it, you're like, oh shit, I should have said 30 grand.
Yeah. Now I got to do this still. Damn it.
Lou had a question where he said, if I were to get a domain other than WordPress.com, and he says, i.e. my domain, would it rank as well? It would take longer. Remember, the domain authority of WordPress.com is extremely strong. So if you want your own domain, go build, satellite sites, like that's what we call them, that point to the domain that you bought, and rank those, and then have them link back to that domain that you bought.
Yeah, so you can do this exact thing. So basically, you build your domain, you build out on your domain the way you want it, exactly the way you want it. And then what you do is you build, a couple satellite sites. They can be these WordPress style sites with the content, and they just link back to your main domain. And so what happens is, hey, guess what? You're still ranking. Those are still your properties, and they're still leading to the same result. They're still taking the traffic in and pointing them where you want it. And then in the meantime, that link juice is going to pull up your main domain site over time. But while you're waiting, hey, you're still getting the result.
Right. And then somebody wanted a recap of the smaller cities. There's so many cities that have a population of 100,000 to 200,000. We showed you we could rank stuff in Dallas, which is 10 times that size. So yeah, you can go after the smaller cities and still have plenty of customers.
Yeah, we're still and to show you this stuff still ranks. Let me tell you guys something. We had to start getting people to pinky promise us when we show some of these cases not to just outright copy. But this is even after somebody. It could be one of you on here that did it, and that's okay. We forgive you. Remember those used luxury SUVs? Well, somebody went and just did the exact same thing, like 100%,
Yeah,
and
copied the whole.
and got us a nice little duplicate content penalty for that. But that's okay. We still survived it for the most part. So I mean, we're still holding despite all that. Let's see, was it Plano used luxury SUVs?
I think it was Irving,
Oh,
which is a bigger
Even
bigger
bigger.
city anyway.
Yeah,
That's
Irving.
where all the car dealerships are.
Yep.
Where all the clients and they
Well,
have us bouncing all
maybe
over
we're
the
bouncing
place.
again. Well,
Yeah.
anyway, we were off, then we were on, now we're off again.
Try Allen.
Okay. Alan.
Well, I saw a WordPress on that page.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that might have been. There we are.
Right
We
there.
skipped it on the.
Oh, we just missed it because it wasn't highlighted because we were
Oh,
looking
yeah.
we were looking for that purple link.
And plus, you went
Okay.
too fast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
there we
it is in Irving too. That's page 2, I think.
Oh, that's page 2. Sorry,
Yeah.
not page 1. There you go. There it is. There it is. So okay, cool. So these do stick, and because you can't really screw around with WordPress when it comes to this stuff. Like we hear people saying, "Oh, my site got attacked with negative SEO or whatever." You can't really negative SEO WordPress pages. I mean, it's really hard. It's
Yeah.
really hard because it's just its authority is so big. Like you just can't do it. One time we were at North Texas used luxury SUVs. But anyway, these things like they even with somebody like completely duplicate content on us, where we're bouncing back and we're actually doing a couple things. We'll share some strategies at some point when you get like if some knucklehead goes and does that to you, how to deal with it. What other questions you see in there, Dan? There we go. There's Frisco right there. Over 100,000 people.
Um, Somebody got confused by Jake's explanation of a satellite site and asking, are these satellite sites, or are you talking about something different?
Well, it's only a satellite site when you have a domain that you're building these sites for, right? So if you own your own domain and you build a bunch of WordPress.com sites to help that domain rank, then the WordPress.com sites are called satellite sites. Sorry for that reference. They're really just it's sites you own to help the domain. All right, look at this, guys. So DIY backyard container house tips, right? We're literally, what is that, 3rd and 4th?
Yep. Yep.
And see, the thing is, here's the thing that you guys need to, if you didn't write this down because you didn't, get it right away.
Look, even on plans.
Yeah, plans too. So see how it's now
That
combining?
we weren't there before.
Right. So the more pages you have across the subject, like we had pool house, office, guest house, all those different things, plans, that's when you start getting multiple first page rankings for the same keyword. Does that make sense? What other questions? I think for everyone's sanity and need for rest, we're about ready to wrap this up.
2 more questions. All right, there we go. Tiny backyard container house tips. Yeah, see, guys, we're dominating. We're dominating.
Try a tiny backyard house tips without the container. I'm just curious.
Yeah, David's asking if there's no overlays. No, there's no overlays.
Nope, no overlays. Just straight up, like evergreen. What we're doing now, this is all evergreen. Like, guys, let's just like have a moment of like come to Jesus, as my mother likes to call it. Okay, we've enjoyed lots of great loopholes and back doors to getting rankings and stuff for many years, and some of those lasted a long time. We've looked over this last year at stuff and said, it's actually saving us time to use evergreen, tried and true strategies and to improve upon them and improve upon the processes. And that's what you have in front of you right now, an evergreen, safe strategy that's not exposing a loophole. I mean, even loopholes, even when you're using them, it's not necessarily spam. First, we're not calling it spam, but it's a loophole. It's something we're kind of taking advantage of. This isn't really taking advantage of anything other than the fact that we're giving Google good content. We have a good content plan, and we're putting out good stuff that gets us traffic.
Right. And I guess we'll count this as one of the questions somebody asked about the multiple keywords on the first page. If you only have one page in the WordPress.com site, it's going to be hard to rank that page twice. If you have 5 pages
and
videos, right, you will get multiple page rankings by following the steps, as long as you're not going after ridiculous keywords. Can you guys see how it's not one thing or another thing that is the secret sauce? It's the combination of all these things, right? The combination of the keyword research, the combination of the videos, the combination of the high domain authority of WordPress.com, the combination of the good curated content, the combination of the images. We literally opened up everything to show you guys what we're doing.
So look, multiple positions, 1
right?
and 2, because we have this video and we have this page.
Right.
And if I add prefab backyard container, okay, I think we have even more. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. I think we have more than we did earlier.
Yeah, we have all three videos.
2, 3. Do we have we don't have the page, but we have 3 videos. So it gives you more. And then we're experimenting. I don't know how our experiments are going. We were experimenting with Pinterest and other places as well to see how that works. But if we find more really cool things to do with that are easy and make sense. These are also have high authority pages that we can add to the mix. But as you can see, I think that's our image too.
Yeah.
So we technically have
1 hour ago
4 properties. Yeah. So backyard container, office, same thing. But there's
there we go.
One.
First.
Okay, look at that. Okay, there we go. There's a better example.
We're ranking above images.
Yeah.
For the video, and then we have the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
Yeah.
With the site.
And do you think if somebody types that, there might be a chance that they end up on our stuff? Absolutely.
So before we this one more question before we ask this next piece. The main keyword that you want. So in our deal we have prefab backyard container.wordpress.com. On the lawyer one we have what is it? DWI experts Dallas. It's important that you have your main root keyword in that URL. It's really important.
Yeah, anybody that tells you differently don't know what the heck they're talking about.
Yeah,
they
where they say keywords in the domain don't matter anymore.
If you call it candystore.wordpress.com and it's about lawyers, good luck.
Yeah.
You've just crippled yourself. You could probably still rank it, but you crippled yourself.
Yeah.
Well, there's a reason why those people that tell you, like, oh, be careful of Google, be careful of this, be careful of that, or don't put your keyword in the stuff. There's a reason why they don't show you real life examples, because they're not getting rankings. They're telling you, but they're not showing you.
All right. So to wrap this up, guys, what we like to do is make sure that we always continue to serve the people that that are part of the Rockstar crew. So into the chat box, anything that you guys are struggling with, we obviously won't be able to answer it now, but we don't even care if it's related to this, like things that you need help with, things that are problems for you, just whatever it is, put it in that chat box so we can at least stew on this and think about it for you guys and get back to you.
Like weight loss and divorce and stuff?
No, we're going to stay away from those.
Business related.
Yeah, business related, right?
Politics.
Okay. All right. They're coming in. Just keep them coming in, guys, and then we'll get to these as soon as we can. Okay.
Yep, yep. And thanks
But
for all your kind feedback, everybody. We were nervous. Like I was really nervous because like I knew we've done this like lots of times ourselves. I was
we
like,
picked
man,
two big ones.
the one time like I won't do it like quick is going to be in front of a live audience, but I'm glad we did it. So thanks for being patient with us while we did that.
All right. These are great things. We have even if some of you want to do multiple ones, just put them in there. And Chris, if you can capture these for us, and we'll
Get a list. We'll get a list when we
yeah,
sit.
that'd be great. Hey, you guys are awesome too. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you, everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and we will have this we'll have the recording up in the member area. We might actually like chop this into 2 or 3 bits.
Awesome. Love it. Thanks, everybody. Be a rockstar in
Yep.
your business and your life.
And rock on.